This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, is 200 years old. Congressman Lou Barletta talked with students at a local school and told them why the words from the poem are still relevant today. Hello everyone and welcome to FYI News 13 on SSPTV. I'm Ken Cara. We start with headlines. Do Hazleton residents want more police protecting the city? That's a question that Mayor Joe Iannuzzi still hopes to put on the ballot. The idea for a police tax referendum came about too late to get the question on next month's ballot. The tax would allow 10 more officers to be added to the city's force. Mayor Joe Iannuzzi says public response has been positive.
Once we said that we wanted it on the ballot and they said it can't go on November, it's automatically going to go on May if we decide. And if we decide to continue, but it's set there to go on in May. We're looking at other options, but we really need more police. I think the public understands that now. We went to 10 because that would give us 2 police officers for every 1,000 population, and we're 25,000, would be 50. We would be up to 48. An interesting note, Easton is 27,000 people and Hazleton is 25,000 people. Hazleton budget totally is 9 million some odd cents. Easton's budget is 9 million for police, not for the total, because their total budget is 32. Now, I'm not asking Hazleton to do that, but I'm asking Hazleton to at least bring us up to standards. And to me, it's like 1.8, and that's probably where we'll be if we get 48 police officers.
Meanwhile, Hazleton Police Chief Frank D'Andrea is suggesting a petition to gauge public interest in increasing the size of the police force.
I'm not sure how it would unfold, but I recognize that these are hard decisions. It's hard for the mayor, it's hard for city council without knowing the true public opinion of who really wants something. So my thoughts are, we get something similar to a petition that would be available for people from Hazleton only, not the surrounding area. Although the surrounding area is so important and linked to this, it would have to be people who lived within the city limits, over the age of 18, to come to City Hall and sign their name and their address to us saying, we are willing to pay for more police. We collect those names and the mayor is able to present them to City Council as a show of, here's how many people have come into City Hall and said they're willing to pay. That makes these hard decisions easier for the mayor and City Council. If only 4 people came in and said we want more cops, then I would be thinking the city doesn't want more cops. But if a few thousand people came in and signed something like this, I would think that City Council and the mayor are then able to say, well, the public has spoken. That's my thoughts on how we would go about this. It hasn't been fleshed out as an idea, but I mean, perhaps it is just me and the other police officers that are saying we need more cops. Maybe the public doesn't want us to be able to do anything more than what we currently do. I don't believe that to be the case because of just how everyone constantly calls me, texts me, comes up to me and says, we're behind you, we support you. But these are hard times, and we're asking the mayor and city council to figure out, A, do we need this? I think that answer is already yes. B, do we want this? And C, how will we pay for this? And B and C come down to the public coming out and showing their support, either for or against.
The petition idea is still in the discussion stages. We will let you know if it actually becomes a reality. Now, both Mayor Iannuzzi and Chief D'Andrea will be a guest on the Sam LaSan Show. They will discuss police protection and other topics important to the city, and you can see that special show beginning tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. with additional broadcast times at 4:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. right here on SSPTV. An accident in Rush Township yesterday afternoon claimed the life of a Hazel Township man. Rush Township police responded to an accident on Claremont Avenue, which is on Route 309 in Hometown. According to police, a 2014 Chevrolet Cruze operated by 29-year-old Roseanne Levitt of Lansford was traveling south on 309 when 83-year-old Andrew W. Waco of Hazel Township pulled out of Basili's restaurant to go north on 309. Police say that Waco's vehicle, a 2003 Taurus, was struck in the southbound lanes. Waco died to injuries sustained in the crash. A passenger was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Levitt was taken to St. Luke's in Coaldale. The accident is under investigation. A 25-year-old Andreas man has been charged with aggravated assault after allegedly injuring a 4-month-old boy from New Ringgold. Travis Garris was charged after the baby was found to have a fractured skull, a brain bleed, and significant facial bruising. The child was left in his care Monday by the baby's mother while she was at work. Garris denied striking the child, claiming that the baby fell. However, police say he did admit that he was the only one present when the injury occurred. Garris is in the Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post $15,000 straight cash bail. Butler Township Police have found the getaway vehicle allegedly used in a bank robbery at the National Penn Bank on Route 309 Tuesday afternoon. An officer on patrol found the abandoned car around 1 a.m. Wednesday morning on Prospect Road, about a quarter-mile from East Butler Drive. Police say the vehicle was stolen from the Scranton area Tuesday afternoon. They also ask anyone who saw activity around the PPL pole line anytime during the afternoon hours to call them, and they are also asking anyone who may recognize the alleged robber in this surveillance photo to call them. The number for the Butler Township Police is 570-788-4111 or dial 911. Students at MMI Preparatory School in Freeland welcomed a special guest this morning. Congressman Lou Barletta spoke to the students about the 200th anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner. His talk mixed the history of how the national anthem came about with the events taking place in our world today.
I mentioned that the lyrics of the Star-Spangled Banner are taken from the first stanza of the Francis Scott Key's poem. There are 4 stanzas in all, but there is a line in the final stanza that sticks out for me today. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just. In the United States, we have always been willing to use our military might, but only when we have a firm belief that our cause is just. Today, we are facing some of those times. Just a few weeks ago, I voted with a large majority of my colleagues, both Democrats and Republicans. We authorized President Obama to begin to train and equip members of the opposition forces who are beginning to fight the Islamic State. Now, you have probably seen the news about the conflict going on in the Middle East, and perhaps you even talked about it in some of your classes. This new enemy, an absolute enemy of freedom, is like nothing else this world has ever seen. Now, they go by different names. They've been called ISIS, which means the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Really, I don't think that's quite accurate, because they have their eyes set on much more territory than just those 2 countries. They've been called ISIL, which is more accurate because it includes the Levant, which is a region that also includes Israel. And they've also been called the Islamic State. Whatever you want to call them, they must be stopped.
Students in grades 8 through 12 were in attendance for the Congressman's speech today at MMI. The Standard Speaker is our media partner, and there's always something good going on in the Standard Speaker. Pick up the newspaper for breaking news and great coverage of local news, sports, and more. And in today's newspaper was Russ Kanzler's first column about Major League Baseball's postseason. So check that out in Thursday's Standard Speaker. Coming up next on FYI, Janine Mazurkevich talks with another local business owner as she continues her series on the revitalization of downtown Hazleton. And in sports, we'll tell you about the youth movement that's occurring in local cross country.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
SSPTV has been highlighting businesses in the greater Hazleton area, specifically in the downtown, talking about the revitalization and the progress and the growth. And speaking about growth, we have Bill Spear Sr. with us, and he's no stranger to the area, owner of Hazel Drugs, right?
Right.
And, you know, we are focusing on businesses that are in our downtown and the success of those businesses. So thank you for being here on FYI.
Certainly my pleasure to be here and join you.
Tell us about Hazel Drug, because you have been located in downtown Hazleton since the creation of your business.
Almost. Yes, Hazel Drug has been with us for many years. 1868, we have some records. We actually have some prescription files from that date. So, and we're the longest standing pharmacy that we can locate. So I came on the scene, of course, much later than that. In 1959 I started, and as a pharmacist working in the Hazel Drug. And we were on the northwest corner of Broad and Wyoming Street, which as time moved on, that building was taken down and replaced with a bank building as we know it today. And then, of course, we moved across the street to the would be the northeast side of Broad Street, which we now spend our time there in a new building, which we are happy to construct in 2002, I think it was.
Okay.
And we're very proud of that location, and we do some unique things there that some other stores may not do that kind of work. We do compounding prescriptions, or personalized items are made for through a physician's prescription, made and designed for the particular person in mind. So it's a kind of a personalization thing. And of course we do, the world today is filled with nutrition, and the accent on nutrition. The schools are changing their menus. So we do a lot of nutritional supplementation, and supplements are available. We have many lines that I encourage anyone out there who hasn't been down to come down. You'll find new and unique items in every department of our store. So that brings us to the date where we are now to help the Alliance continue and support the downtown. Of course, as Janine said, I'm an old-timer at downtown. It's the only place they ever worked.
Right, and what an investment you have here. What a belief of our city of Hazleton and the downtown. Where do you see the future of Hazleton?
With the unity and the cooperation and the support we're getting, I think we're going to see major changes in the downtown. This Alliance group is really, I've gone through many years of attempts at this sort of thing, and this is the first time I can really feel that the traction's on the road, and we're on the move. And I tell you, anybody who doesn't believe it, they better move aside.
That's right. Well, thank you, Bill, for joining us again. It's all about the community and having that unity, and I really do feel like we are on the right track together as one.
Absolutely, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Me as well, and thank you for joining us here on FYI. Every Thursday, we are highlighting businesses in the downtown, those that are a part of the Downtown Alliance for Progress, right here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
It just seems like it wants to rain out there. That's the feeling I get. I'm a journalist, not a meteorologist, so let's see what the National Weather Service has to say for our area. And the rain may be coming this weekend, but tonight looks cool. Mostly cloudy, the low 50 degrees. Here's the extended forecast. We're okay Friday during the day, partly sunny. The high is 67. And then at night, though, 70% chance of showers. They are likely before 2 a.m. The low will be 51. Another 70% chance of showers on Saturday. The high is 64. Saturday night, 40% chance of showers, low 38, chilly. Sunday, the high is only 52 degrees. And then Sunday night, we dip down to 37 degrees. Monday, another chance for rain during the day and at night, the high 59, the low 45. And now the Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on the green screen. The daily 432, the big four 4369, Quinto 45350, Treasure Hunt 2, 8, 10, 15, and 20. We have cross country coming up next in sports.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
This is my Map My Run app. I went for a jaunt on Tuesday and my mile time was 9 minutes and 14 seconds. So to run 3 miles, it would take me around, I'm going to say 30 to 35 minutes. Marion freshman Tina Caparel ran 3.1 miles and took first place in the Schuylkill League cross country meet with a time of 19 minutes and 58 seconds as Marion beat Weatherly but lost to Monoy area. The Lady Bears swept the meet to move to 4-0 in the league on the year. Monoy area's Adam Bari took the boys race in 18 minutes and 42 seconds and the Monoy boys earned a sweep and they are 3-0 in the Schuylkill League. A lot of underclassmen put their stamp on that Wednesday evening meet, and they are turning some heads as we move closer to districts. Still trying to catch his breath, first-place finisher Adam Bari was talking about the undefeated Monoy area Golden Bears cross-country team and what's been fueling their success.
What makes you guys so strong?
Just having a fresh team, freshmen that moved up are really good, have their times low, and they just have a good work ethic.
The Bears only have one senior on the team. On the girls' side, the top 2 finishers in this meet were both freshmen.
So many good young freshman runners. Why do you think that is?
I think it's just like the drive to beat the upperclassmen.
When did you start running? Give me your background.
I just started running cross country this year.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How'd you take to it so fast? Were you always a fast runner, or?
I did track in middle school, but I did basketball, and that's in the fall.
Megan Babinski makes it sound and look easy, and so does Marion Catholic freshman Tina Caparel, who took off like an F-14 from an aircraft carrier and carried that same ease and grace through the race to a first-place finish.
Well, I started running 5Ks when I was 9, and I just stuck with it. I just love it. Just feel really free. Well, this is the first year Marion had like a good official first team in a couple years, so I'm pretty proud of the team so far.
If this trend continues, in 3 years, many of these runners will have to stay at the top of their game to try and keep the next wave of the youth movement at bay. If this sportscast was a 5K race, we would be at about 2.7 miles right now. Let's bring it home with the FYI scoreboard, standard speaker scoreboard as well. Here's some other cross-country results. Tamaqua, they swept their way past Columbia, Montour, Votech, both the boys and the girls. The North Schuylkill boys, they beat Lehighton and Pottsville. The Lady Spartans, they beat Pottsville but fell to Lehighton. The 4.62 running crew, the boys, they beat Nativity, and so did the Lady Devils. They get the sweep. In volleyball, the Big HA, the Lady Cougars, they topped Lake Lehman, and Marion beat Monoy area. On the pitch, Dallas, they scored a late goal in the boys' game to knock off Hazelton area. The Lady Cougars were shut out by Dallas. In the Schuylkill League, the Tamaqua boys won big, and the girls came up short against Pottsville. Now, for recaps of all of this action, you want to pick up today's Standard Speaker or go to standardspeaker.com. And remember, Russ Kanzler's Corner, debuted in the Standard Speaker on Thursday, so make sure you pick that up. That's all the time we have for sports today, but stay right where you are because we'll wrap up the show after this break. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A very happy 78th birthday to Clarence Cappy Sabo of Hazelton. This wish comes with love from your sister Elsie and your brother Raymond. Now for tonight's Talk of the Town. Blessing of the Animals for the Feast of St. Francis. This will be Saturday, October 4th at the Latimer United Methodist Church. 2 p.m. in the prayer garden, and the community is welcome. The church is located at the end of Quality Road. And one more announcement tonight, the 5th annual MPS Golf Tourney benefits the San Felipe Foundation. This will be Saturday, October 11th at the Sugarloaf Golf Club. It's a 4-person scramble and a shotgun start. For more information, you can call 570-384-4097. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Shirley LaRock, formerly of Sugarloaf. The funeral will be Friday at 11 a.m. from the Black Creek United Methodist Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Mary Sachs Schreiner. Services and interment will be held privately and at the convenience of the family. The arrangements are under the direction of the Logan Funeral Home. Mary M. Bobeck of West Hazelton. The funeral will be Saturday at 9 a.m. from the Hilary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Divine Liturgy will be held Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the St. John's Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the funeral home. Mary Simmons of McAdoo. The funeral will be Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Divine Liturgy will be held Friday at 10 a.m. from the St. Michael's Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call today from 6 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Albert Colasar of Freeland. The funeral will be Saturday at 1:30 p.m. from the chapel of the Little Flower Manor. And Lauren K. Palenti of Oneida. Services will be held Friday at 10 a.m. from the Orvitz Home for Funerals. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m.
And we're joined now with Melinda Sump of PPL, and we have a guest with us today. She's no stranger to Greater Hazelton, Elaine Madden Curry of the Hazelton One Community Center. So we'll get to Elaine in just a second. But Melinda, we want the public to know just how much PPL does for this community.
We are very excited to partner with the HIP program. We are very community focused, and I recently visited their facility, and it's an absolutely amazing facility, and I thought it would be great for the community to find out a little more about what's happening in their backyard and how they can get involved and be part of this wonderful program.
So what is HIP all about?
Well, the Hazelton Integration Project is a program now that is exactly 16 months old, and we have a variety of low-cost or no-cost programs for underserved children.
And how is this money from PPL benefiting the services that you offer?
Well, probably the biggest part of the money they've given us has gone into our after-school program. We just kicked off our second year of our after-school program. We have an altogether new program. We have partnered with Penn State main campus. We opened up a new program on September 15th, and we had 120 children register for the program.
Well, there certainly is a need for the center here in Greater Hazelton.
And in addition to the educational programs we do, we also do a lot of sport. We are introducing a boxing program that just kicked off last week, and it's for boys, and I'm very surprised at the amount of girls we have who have signed up.
Well, that's very good to know. And Melinda, again, for people to know in this community, you're relatively a new face here, and you are getting around to this community, but why is it so important for PPL to be a part of Greater Hazelton?
We're very community minded, and it's very important for us to be a part of the community that our employees live in and work in. We take pride in being a community partner, and we're so excited to partner with HIP.
All right, well, thank you both for joining us here. Again, every week we educate you on the benefits of PPL.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you'll have 13 minutes to clone and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner is David Latoff of Drums. David, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-455-7267, extension 104.
And before we leave tonight, we want to send a happy belated birthday out to Chicky De Gaetano, coming from his family and friends. I remember covering Chicky De Gaetano, making some great highlights for Valley West Little League. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. And we hope all of you enjoyed FYI. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Burger Cadillac, Hazelton. Drive with experience.